In this video, I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can tag your videos using a form that has these drop-down tags, such as our Danielson eSupervision form. Tags are just a way that we can label some of the moments on our timeline so that they have a label that gives us a little bit more information, creating like a hierarchy. So for example, not only will I have a moment that's on domain 1 in this row, that moment will be labeled with one of these tags below. To help me tag a few moments, I'm going to alter the playback speed of my video. And remember, as I showed you in a different video, you can play it at 1.5 or even sometimes up to 1.75 speed and still be able to understand everything that's going on. That will reduce the amount of time it takes you to go through the entire video, but still give you enough time to think about what you're seeing. So I'm going to play my video without sound in the background and add a few additional moments on here and show you the first way to tag this. The regular way to tag a video without these tags below it is just to click on the button. These are all toggle buttons. They are rounded on the side. That means I click them once to turn them on and I can see it flashing, and I would click it again to turn it off. So that is the regular way of tagging a video. When you have these tags drop down, the other thing you can do is click on one of the tags to turn it on. So let's say I'm watching this video and I can see me using assessment in instruction. I can click that tag and that will actually turn on my code, domain 3, as it's running. Then I can click on the button itself to turn it off at that point. Let's look at the moment tab to see what that looks like. If I was going to drop down the domain 3 tag, I can see this is that moment I just tagged on here, and I can see that this has been labeled with using assessment in instruction. So not only do I have a moment here that's under that button, I also have a tag. The other way you can add these tags, you can add them after you've tagged the moments. So let me click here. I can add as many tags as are appropriate for that instance. We did this on purpose because we know sometimes when you're reflecting, you may be able to reflect through multiple lenses. You may see that this is an example of using assessment, but it's also a good example of demonstrating flexibility, let's say. So I can click that and add it here as well. We like to add these labels because it's going to help us connect back to the Danielson Framework in this case when we're looking for evidence. Also, when we download the reporting, we can actually sort them by not only domain, but by specific indicators from those domains. So that's a good reason to use these tags. Again, so there are two different ways. I can actually add them from the start by dropping down the tag menu and using them while I'm coding my video by clicking them right away. Or I can add them after the fact, going back to those instances. Let's say I have one without a tag, and I can add all of the ones that apply. Now you might have a moment where you think it fits under domain 1 and domain 3. And there's really no way to add a domain 3 label under domain 1. So what you can do is use copy mode to accomplish this. Copy mode is found on the timeline down here on the right side above your 3 timeline rows. If I click this, if I hover over it, it says toggle moment copy. I'm going to click that and this purple bar appears. So for example, if I had this moment in row 1 or domain 1, and I also wanted to reflect on that within domain 2, when I'm in copy mode, I can just click and drag to duplicate that tag moment into domain 2. Now, when I click on that moment, I can look at that same exact moment from the video and I can add a reflection on the right-hand column for that same moment from a different lens. All of these different features are a really great way to show you how recursive the reflective process is. Sometimes you will find a moment in your video that you want to really dig deep and pull apart, and you might have it copied across all 3 domains. Sometimes you might have multiple tagged indicators on there. So it's okay to have that happen. Teaching is going to have a lot of overlaps, and it's good for you to go back and rewatch those and think it through different lenses.